Cheese. All right, welcome back to That's Some Cheese, part of the Vendetta Sports Podcast Network. Today is Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. And today we have, I don't know if you're prepared for this, Hanifan. I don't know if you're prepared for this. We have what I'm going to be referring to as the diamond of the summer intern class, Matt Hanifan. What's going
on?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little Bridgerton theme, you know?
Okay.
Have you seen that show yet?
No.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Drago make like a nice little clip. It's going to be me as the queen, and you're just going to like curtsy me, and you're going to be the diamond of the intern class. I'm thinking that's what.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the intro, though.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Garrett, he's ripping out posts today. He's filling in for Courtney, who's popping out an alien. So, Garrett, what's going on?
Yes, congratulations to Courtney, first and foremost. Doing good, man. Doing good. Ready to get this conversation started and learn all about Matt and how he's the diamond of the class.
I don't.
Well, he's the only person.
He's too high on me if he's saying that. But.
Well, actually, see, this is going to be interesting because, see, Hanifan, we have this game called the intern draft.
Okay.
And my idea is, since all the other interns from this past class pretty much quit and failed, I'm thinking that I'm going to mentor you, and I'm going to show how great of a mentor I am.
Okay.
I already know you have the work ethic to be great, so I'm going to make you great.
Okay. All right.
Matt, you couldn't ask for a better mentor.
It's going to be fun.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
I do have a couple company questions before we get started, because we're going to do some NBA stuff.
Okay, shoot.
All right. How long until you hate me? Like, what's the over-under?
Because are we doing like days, weeks? What do we?
It doesn't have to be like a permanent hate. There's just going to be like a day you're like, fucking hate this guy, man.
Again, are we talking like days, weeks? Like you gotta give me a number, and then I gotta.
No, I'm asking you. What's the over/under?
That's a good question. That's a broad question. I'll say 2.5 weeks.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Okay.
There's just moments that people don't like me, and you'll have one.
That's listen. That's
I'm just very
fair. I'm sure there's moments you won't like me either. So.
Well, actually, I really like you. You got rid of the chin hairs. So
yeah, they're growing back. It's playoff time.
They don't look good on you.
I know they don't.
You look
He's gonna grow back.
My family doesn't grow hair. My family is very bad at growing facial hair, obviously, and I just got the genetics of that. And then, yeah, no, it's not great.
We can't have it all. I grow a nice beard, and I got this. So
yeah.
Garrett, I'm glad you're here with me because, you know, the people criticize me, say I'm not an NBA guy anymore. So,
well, to be fair, you're kind of not.
Is that true though?
Yeah, okay. Well, okay. You're a baseball and a hockey guy basically because you're not an NFL fan. You don't like false. The NBA.
That's false. I love the NFL.
You just don't have a okay. That's fair. You don't have a favorite team.
You just don't like Lamar Jackson.
Correct.
He hates the Ravens.
I don't hate the Ravens.
Not even a favorite.
Do you hate everyone
hates
the Ravens?
Lamar Jackson's though.
I like the Ravens. I just don't like that asshole quarterback that we have. I can't wait to see him go.
Okay, but all right. Before we get to some NBA talk. Why?
Well, I still have.
I think you told me this, and I don't remember your rationale behind it.
Behind not liking Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a fraud. They're never going to win a Super Bowl with that guy. You need elite quarterbacks that can actually throw the ball in the playoffs. He'll never be that.
Fair is fair. Fair is fair.
I mean, I don't envy you because you have Kirk Cousins. So
right. See, I have the same, I guess, feeling towards him. I don't hate him per se. I just would like to move on from Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Especially since we're paying, I don't know, like 50, 60, $70 billion a year.
And it's all guaranteed. That's the best part.
Yeah. And there's a no trade clause now. Like, what the hell has he done to earn a no trade clause? I don't. But listen, I'm excited for the new ownership. I'm excited for the new. I'm excited for Kevin O'Connell. I'm excited to see what he can do with Kirk. I don't know if there's going to be anything new, but yeah, that's just my thoughts. I mean, I want Malik Willis. I know Minnesota's not going to.
You want Malik Willis?
I want Malik Willis. I mean, if my team's gonna be bad, at least I want it to be fun. Like Malik Willis is like, he has the arm, he has mobility. Like they would go 5-10 or not 5-10. They would go 5-12 anyways, but it's still it's fun. At least I get to have fun. I don't have much fun watching Kirk Cousins that much. At least even though he is still a good quarterback. Like I'm not gonna say he's bad. He's just I don't have much fun.
Well, I mean that's fair. He's not bad.
Yeah, he's not bad.
It's kind of a marginal word though.
I have other company questions for you though.
Okay.
Did you get a scouting report like on me, the company? Like, what did you get any sort of scouting report?
Not much yet though.
Okay.
Not much. If I'm being honest.
Okay. 1 to 10, how crazy do you think I am?
Again, 10 being super crazy or not crazy.
Just bad.
10 being like I should be locked up. You already witnessed 4 firings. You haven't even started yet.
Fair.
This guy's got no reaction.
I'm not great at like scale. I'm trying to gauge like what my personal scale would be compared to the consensus. I'd probably say maybe a 6. If that's fair. That's fair.
It's not bad. Did you have any thoughts?
Again, that's me knowing like, I mean, right, yes, there was all that, but it's still I still don't know you. I mean, I've only met you in person once. We've only talked a couple of times like actually, so
sure.
You met him in person?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Saw him munch down on some pizza.
Yeah.
What's your pizza topping? Really quick before we get back to company stuff. This is important.
Oh, I'm all cheese.
Nothing else?
Well, I mean, if I were to pick something else, I'd probably go pepperoni. But I'm mostly a cheese pizza guy. I'm a simple.
It's hard to fuck up just cheese pizza. That's fair, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. As you were.
Okay, what do you
Garrett,
guys...
I want you to chime in on this one too. Matt, any thoughts on the way I handled the Joel firing?
No, I don't have any thoughts.
Garrett?
I don't want this to come off any sort of weird way.
For a backstory, we got a new social media person. Kaylee's running all the accounts. It was time for Joel to go.
It just seemed like lately Joel had a lot of stuff going on. And listen, I'm not saying that he's lying about it, obviously, because like shit happens. It could be a shit run of luck. Honestly, it could. I'm not questioning it. But aside from that, like Joel...
Garrett, we can't be making up facts about people that die.
Yeah, that was really bad.
They're automatically fireable.
That was really, really bad. Yeah. Man said he was a national champion. Like just a quick Google search, right? Quick, real quick. Did Dwayne Haskins ever win a national championship at Ohio State? 0. Perfect. Don't put it in the tweet then.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but like we can't be messing up facts about people that die. I work too hard for that.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
Nah, terrible look.
No, it's not.
Could be worse. We could have looked like Adam Schefter when it happened.
Exactly the thing I'm trying to avoid around here.
That's bad.
We can cross lines, but maybe not the wrong lines. You know.
That's
Did
rough.
you see Gil Brandt?
That's almost even worse.
Yeah.
That guy should be taken out back, probably.
Well, he probably only has a couple days left.
Man. Yeah. Like if I'm his age and I'm spewing out stuff like that, take me out back, you know?
That's rough.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more things. What did you think about the redesign? You didn't get like the updated version, but like
well, the one that you sent me I liked, but since I haven't gotten the updated version, I can't really give you an opinion on it.
Fair. All right, last thing. How do you like the NBA over NHL? That's what I want to know.
Well, I mean, I don't watch the NHL much. I watch the NBA pretty much every day, or at least as often as I can.
Just be a hockey guy with me.
Serenity's trying to make me into a hockey guy. I just haven't gotten
really.
It yet. Yeah. Well, I mean, she likes the Knights. Obviously, she's talking about the Knights. But I don't know much about hockey. I mean, she got me into fantasy hockey with you, and I'm like very mediocre in that. And you're just kicking the hell out of everyone. So it's
god, apparently.
Yeah. No, he's pretty good, but he's also like, what you said you've done this for 2-3 years.
This is the 2nd year.
Second year? Okay.
Yeah. I am smart and my feelings are valid, Garrett.
It's true.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay. Let's do some NBA stuff. Make sure to follow. What's your Twitter handle?
At MPH_824_.
What's that stand for? Miles per hour?
Well, it's my initials, yeah.
Are you fast? Can you run?
I got some speed.
You got some height on you, huh?
5'11", 6 foot. I don't.
That's some height. Taller than me.
Yeah.
That's not saying much.
I'm not even that short. I get by.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Serviceable.
Okay.
But I got some speed. I haven't done like a 40-yard dash. So I really can't give you.
You think you could beat me in a race?
I haven't seen you run. That's
okay. Let's get this out of the way first. The Lakers stuff. I think LeBron actually did us all a favor by missing the playoffs because nobody wants to watch him anymore.
I don't want to watch the Lakers. I love watching LeBron.
You don't like watching LeBron.
I love watching LeBron.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Why do you like watching him?
Because he's one of the greatest players I've ever seen.
He's selfish and he has no idea how to actually put a basketball team around him.
And now,
well, forever.
Yes.
Forever.
Well, I mean, the team behind me, he put a pretty good team there. He, Pat, Spo.
Yeah, but that's the same team that lost to a superstarless Dallas Mavericks in 2011.
That's true. But hey, they retooled. They got Mike Miller, Shane Battier in there, Ray Allen, 2013.
What about when he was like, well, I'll give $72 million to J.R. Smith and then I'll act like it's not my fault?
Good point.
What about when he gave $85 million to Tristan Thompson and acted like it wasn't his fault?
At the time, that did look kind of bad, yeah.
What about when he forced management to give up 2 first-round picks for Timofey Mozgov?
Okay, Mozgov at the time was pretty good. It's just when he went to the LA it was.
What about the time when he forced Lakers management to be like, you know what? I want Westbrook. Let's sell everything.
Okay, yeah.
Over DeMar DeRozan too. That's the worst part.
That's the overarching, like that's the bad one.
He just doesn't understand anything when it comes to putting a team around him.
Okay, but what about trading all the capital for Anthony Davis and then they win a title?
I mean,
they give up Ingram, Lonzo, a few. Yeah, they gave up a shit ton of picks, but guess what? They won a title out of it, so it doesn't. Right, what's going on right now? I mean, yeah, it does look bad in the moment, but
in the moment,
to an extent because they did win the title.
I mean, this is a disaster.
Oh, this is a disaster. But if you ask the question, is it worth it? I think it is because again, you win the title 2 years ago.
Westbrook was worth it.
No, not Westbrook. I'm saying Anthony Davis. No, Westbrook right now, that's not worth it at all.
I think they should give Coach of the Year to Frank Vogel.
On the way out.
Yeah. Just give him Coach of the Year for dealing with this.
I'm amazed.
All right. How they handled that firing was like that's reprehensible.
That's one of the questions I have. How do they think they're going to pull away Nurse from Toronto? Like he's going to leave for the Lakers?
No. Why would you leave a stable organization when you have?
They'll never fire him.
No, they won't.
He's got job security.
Why would he do that? It is like a bigger market, but
like Quinn Snyder. Right they'll never fire Quinn Snyder. Why would Quinn Snyder want the Lakers job?
Are you sure they're not going to fire Quinn Snyder?
You think the Jazz are going to fire him?
I mean, if they flame out this year, if they lose to Dallas in the first round.
If the Jazz fire Quinn Snyder, there should be 15 teams firing their coach to go sign him. 15 teams should fire their coach tomorrow.
They're just not that good.
Right, but they still might fire him.
Oh, that's the wrong decision.
Listen, I don't disagree, but they still might. Especially if they lose in 5 or 6 games to Dallas.
You really a LeBron guy?
Yeah, he's my favorite player of all time.
That like puts a little stink on you. I don't like that.
Nah, that's all right.
I like him already.
You're not a Westbrook guy though, right?
No.
Nobody is.
Wow.
No, I mean, okay. To be fair, when he did, he was one of my favorite players to watch when in 2017. when he did get the triple-double and won the MVP. But I'd say I'm more aware of the glaring deficiencies in his game now than I was then. So, and his usage rate was through the roof then. So it was just a little bit of a deceptive when you look at the numbers. But I still really liked watching him at that time. But now it's hard. It's really hard.
Like, who's going to trade for that guy? Who's going to trade for Westbrook?
No one. No one.
That's my. I was actually,
at least no one's smart.
I was actually thinking about putting out an article about trade packages for Russell Westbrook, and maybe like the Shanghai Sharks can put together something. Maybe.
Okay, but here's the conundrum the Lakers are in right now. They would have to attach that 2027 pick in order to move. Unless if they have at least a little bit of interest in moving off, unless if you want to throw THT in there too. I mean, they have to.
Who wants
tag assets to that? Well, it's just because of his youth and his upside. But
it's the youth.
That ain't worth taking that cancer.
But like they're in a significant conundrum right now because it's like, all right, you have to attach assets to move off him, and they didn't even think about trading the pick during the trade deadline. What makes you think they're going to trade the pick with Russell Westbrook?
But who put them in this spot?
Pelinka or LeBron.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Tough. I actually came up with a game that I wanted to play.
Okay.
I want you to be a car salesman. I got a couple teams here that we think they can play. We think they're contenders, but we're not really too sure they're serious title contenders.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna be a negative Nancy about some of these teams, and I want you to try to sell me.
Okay.
All right. Chicago. God, they're frauds, right? I mean, they have dipped in the second half of the year. Lonzo Ball's done. I mean, they're not surviving without him. Is there a team you'd rather play in the first round than Chicago? DeRozan, I mean, he's had a good year. Their defense is bad. You don't trust Vucevic. I mean, they stink, right? Nobody takes this team seriously.
They have two elite isolation scorers in DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. They can get a bucket at any point in the game, especially late in the game when everything mucks up in the half court.
Is that all you got for me?
Yeah, I'm not high on them either. I'm not high on them either. But and especially when we look at it in the context of we know who they're already playing.
Milwaukee.
So,
they're gonna get
we know they're playing Milwaukee. Giannis is one of, if not the best player in the league. Yeah. Drew Holiday and Chris, like they don't have anyone to check Giannis, Middleton, or Drew outside of Caruso, and Caruso obviously can't guard Giannis. I mean, Patrick Williams can maybe hold his own for at least a couple minutes on Giannis, but there's still not a lot there. They're 3-21 against the top 4 teams in each conference, which is
you got stats on you.
Yeah, I got some.
I like it.
But like, I'm not. If there were any of the top 6 in the East, I'm unquestionably want to play Chicago most out of any of the other 6. And that's even with Toronto, who I mean, I love watching Toronto, and I love Toronto a lot.
You don't like watching Toronto.
Oh, I love watching Toronto.
No, you don't.
I absolutely.
Why do you like watching Toronto?
They're not a small team. They're not a big team, but they're a long team. They got a lot. They can throw a lot of shit at you, and I love watching Fred VanVleet when he's cooking. I mean, OG Siakam, Scotty Boucher.
Long is not a word that Chickster uses to describe himself.
That's toxic. Mans isn't even here to defend himself.
But yeah, no, and they're an amazing defensive, or not amazing, but they're a really fun defensive team to watch. When
is Siakam turned the corner?
Yes.
Why do you think he's turned the corner?
I don't know if there was much of a corner to turn. Like, I mean, I've been high on him ever since. Like,
there was a couple months there.
I was never down on him. I mean, I know the general public was down on him. I was never down on him, but yeah, no.
There was like a 6-month span where I think they actually could have entertained offers and traded him.
They could have entertained offers, and I don't think they would have. I mean, obviously they didn't trade him, but
I've gotten this one right. He's way better as a small ball center.
Who?
Siakam.
That's an interesting take.
He needs.
I don't. Yeah, they do need spacing.
Yeah.
Especially since they don't have Gasol anymore.
Do you think Toronto could beat Philly?
Yes.
I don't hate that take.
Really?
If you were to ask me right now, I'd probably pick Toronto over Philly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? You be the car salesman, and I'll say on Philly. I think they're going to kill Toronto.
The honeymoon is over between James Harden and Joel Embiid. I mean, that lasted all but what, 3-4 games. Harden. I'm trying to think of a convincing case. I mean, Harden dribbles the shit out of the ball. He hasn't been good in the clutch, he hasn't been good in the clutch. He's had multiple playoff flameouts. Doc Rivers always 3-1. It just doesn't seem like things are going great right now in Philly. I mean, that's really all I got for you, just off the top of my head.
I think historically we look at these playoff series and the best players usually win them. Embiid is hands down the best player in the series, right?
Oh, yeah.
And
between here, Harden.
We know a good Harden is also the second best player in this series.
But how do we know Harden's good right now?
I just don't think he cares.
Right. That's what
he's got a contract to play for, though. He needs to play well this postseason to get that supermax.
That's true. But why hasn't he been good lately, though? Right. You say he doesn't care, but like
season,
it was fun for 3, 4, maybe 5 games, and then it just completely like is he hurt?
He had to get a strip club time in. He can't do it in the postseason, so he's got to go now.
Do you think there's any like in Canada that he's like checking out right now?
Oh, for sure. He's going to link up with Drake.
Oh, something else I didn't even mention. Matisse. How is that gonna? He's not vaccinated. He can't travel to Canada whenever they play there. That's a big thorn in their side. I mean,
you got the home court though. They'll have him for the 4 games in Philly. I think they're a better shooting team than Toronto.
They are.
I don't think Toronto's got a guy like Maxey that can get them buckets off the bench.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, let's do another one. Sell me on your Miami Heat.
Man.
To me, I don't know. The Heat seem like a try-hard guy. You know, we've had plenty of those interns where they try really hard, but they're just not that talented. But they'll get by, they'll pass. You know, effort means a lot in this league. You can win a lot of games just being locked in. You can win a lot of games just being well coached.
Yeah, that's what. So wait, you're is that your negative?
Yeah, I just think come playoff time, like, do they got any horses? Like, I think Bam's very good. He's the one guy that can match up with Giannis. But at the end of the day, I mean, we saw what happened when they played Milwaukee last year, and it wasn't really that close.
I think last year's struggles were more due to fatigue than anything. Just looking back on it, I mean, they had the 71, 72-day off season. Then they play a condensed schedule where they had several games that they were playing back to back, especially late in the season. I just think they were burned out. They kind of changed the complexion of the team. They added toughness with PJ Tucker and Markieff Morris. They re-signed Dedmon, who hasn't really looked good in the second half of the season, but it's still a body that they rely on. I mean, they added Caleb Martin, who I covered here when he was in college. I mean, he has been outstanding with Miami. He did sign on that 2-way contract, converted to standard contract. Max Strus has taken a leap. Gabe Vincent's taken a leap. Tyler Hero is most certainly taking a leap.
That's the guy I want to talk about, Tyler Hero.
He's absolutely.
You know what sucks about Miami, though? If he's hot, they can win games. If he's not right, I worry about them a lot. Like
that's a fair take.
Him to make big buckets. And if he's not hitting his shots, they're in real trouble.
That's a fair take. I mean, I guess the one deficiency in Miami this year has been their half-court offense, especially when it gets late in games. When it's been a lot of Jimmy.
He not only.
I think it's fair to say this year that Jimmy Butler has been not a good player in the clutch, at least in clutch situations.
His 3-point numbers are bad.
Oh, they've been bad since he's gotten here.
They're worse now.
Oh, for sure. But I think they have the collective IQ to at least work things out in the half court. I think if it's just not Jimmy isolation ball. I mean, I want to see them something that I've written about in the past, and I've kind of done Twitter threads on, is I want them to get them more in like more movement sets involving Kyle, Hero, and Bam in the clutch more than just Jimmy. Because I want to see them ping the ball around, because that's when they're at their best, right? That's when whether it's a handoff here or whether they're doing all these weird sets where Duncan's coming off of a staggered screen and Strus is cutting off that, or Caleb's cutting off that, or Bam's doing something like it. When they're all moving, or when most of them are moving at the same time, that's when they're most effective. And so when it stagnates a little bit, that's when I get worried, and that's a fair concern when it comes to at least the shooting and spacing between at least Bam and Jimmy. But lately they've inserted Bam and Jimmy, but they've also surrounded them with Strus and Hero. But that opens up the question of, all right, is one of those guys going to get hunted in a 7-game series? Because I mean, I think they have a good draw right now, being the 1 seed. I guess the one team that I just don't want to see them in a 7-game series with is Toronto, because Toronto always plays Miami tight. But I'm not super concerned about that right now.
What happens if Brooklyn loses tonight?
Well, then there you go. It might be Miami-Brooklyn. That's going to be a fun as hell series. But it also, I don't want to say I'm scared of Brooklyn. There's things of Brooklyn that I'm scared of, obviously, with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. But Brooklyn as a whole, I'm not super scared, but I still think Miami could beat them in a 7-game series.
Give me a short power rankings, like a 1, 2, 3 most important Heat players.
I think important Heat players. Oh man, I could talk myself into any one of Bam, Jimmy, or Hero, or Kyle for that matter. Because when Kyle's
Garrett,
one of the top
players.
I was a huge Lowry guy when he was in Toronto. He just got disrespected his entire career. He knows.
I don't like him.
Yeah,
I like him.
I don't like him.
Why?
He's a big time flopper. He likes to act like he's tough, and he's not really tough.
Oh, he's a tough guy. Come on. He is a flopper. He is a flopper.
He's fake tough.
I don't think he's
like when Markieff Morris wants to fight Jokic. He don't want that smoke. He tries to pretend that he's tough.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, let's do Celtics. I'm gonna be Debbie Downer. First round matchup with Brooklyn.
Debbie Downer. Okay, all right.
Don't love that. I don't know if they can survive without Robert Williams in the first round. They play really good defense, but do they have enough shooting? Is Tatum really going to go head-to-head with Durant here? Is he going to go head-to-head with anybody?
So are we assuming Brooklyn wins tonight?
I think so. I hope not.
Okay.
Tell me I'm being a Debbie Downer about the Celtics. I feel much better about them if Williams was in the lineup. I feel much better about them if they weren't going to play the Nets. I'd feel much better about them if they had another guy that could hit threes, other than like, ooh, we really need Grant Williams to hit his shots.
I mean, Tatum Brown. I mean, has Pritchard missed a shot in the last month?
Pritchard's awesome. I love Pritchard. Do they have enough playmaking? They need Derek White out there.
Marcus Smart has turned into one of the top playmakers, not just
Marcus Smart having a great year. Marcus Smart should win defensive player of the year.
He's been their top playmaker, and he's developed in one of the top playmakers in the East.
Yeah.
Same with Tatum. I mean, Tatum's not obviously at the level of Smart, but Tatum's taking strides with his playmaking.
I deserve credit for Tatum taking a leap, I think.
What have you said about it?
Garrett, do you think I deserve credit for Tatum taking a leap?
I feel like most of the credit should go to you. Because Trey wrote an article literally before they went on this hot streak saying that he needed to be slapped upside the head. And literally, like the day after that article came out, they picked up a win, and then they went on this massive streak.
Okay, but what's your
under 500 before I wrote the article?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, so this was like in like December, January.
And I know they saw it too because they blocked the company Twitter account for like a week.
Wait, are you serious?
Oh yeah. See, this is what happens.
Some sort of fuck knuckle decided to tag the team.
Yeah, Joel, the guy that got fired.
Oh, man.
What would be a good idea when we're going to shit on their best player? Let's just add the team.
Yeah, he tagged him.
This out.
Okay, but
he should have been fired then.
People on Twitter at the team all the time. Do the Celtics just block everyone? Is that?
I don't know.
This is a genuine question. It's like I'm sure there's been plenty of media sites that have tagged the actual team and maybe have said something not so nice.
See, this is what happens all the time. These teams, these reporters, they pretend they don't see the shit I'm doing. I know they're lying.
Not just with you, but with anyone.
Oh. How about that tweet that I put out about Kyle Hamilton? I don't think he's that good. About 6 hours later, there's reports about him sliding in the draft. I don't think that's a rumor. Garrett, how about the article I wrote about the combine being like, you know what? You're fucking assholes if you want to put these guys in. Like,
and how much longer was it when they were just like, you know what? On second thought, run it like normal.
Yeah, about 3 hours later, they're like, you know what? Let's not have these guys in bubbles for the combine.
Stupid.
Yeah. Tired of it, Garrett.
Hey, listen, the disrespect is real, but it's not going to last.
Oh, it's constant disrespect around here. Constant disrespect around here. They pretend they don't see what I'm doing. Hanifan, your brain's going to change. I can't wait.
Have fun trying to change it.
That's happening.
Okay, all right, but wait. All right. That was kind of a snipe. But like, in what way?
You're just boxed into a corner. You think you got to do these game previews. You think you got to, follow these rules and these rules and these rules. Why don't you start poking people a little bit,
If it's deserving.
Sure, it's always deserving.
Not always.
In most cases.
Yeah, most cases.
You can find something.
All right, sell me on the Brooklyn Nets. Because I actually don't know if, I'm 50-50 on it if they're going to beat the Celtics. They got Durant is a problem. Kyrie could easily get hurt. They got some injury problems, obviously. Joe Harris not being out there. He didn't make his shots last year in the postseason, but it's another guy. Patty Mills has been way worse in the second half of the year. Kind of looks tired.
Yeah.
Not sure he's capable. They're almost too reliant on Seth Curry.
He was dealing with a bad hamstring.
Not healthy. Apparently he's drawing inspiration from Tiger Woods. He feels like Tiger Woods is a spirit animal that he's going to play better because of him. Also, the Celtics, they're a team that very good defensively. You kind of got to beat them up inside. You got to go after Daniel Tice. I don't know if Nick Claxton's that guy. I don't know if they can exploit that matchup because they're really good defensively. And the one spot that you can kind of beat them without Robert Williams is inside. Nick Claxton going to get it done? Is Blake Griffin really going to help you? Who's the third guy in their team right now? Where's Ben Simmons? Where's Ben Simmons?
Not playing. I don't know.
I mean, that trade's insane for them. I know Harden's look bad, but
is there okay? Yeah, is there really a winner in this trade? I mean, at the time we were all talking about, all right, have both teams won this trade because of they're filling each other's deficiencies?
This is a disaster.
I don't know. I don't know if there is a winner.
If Simmons doesn't play and they lose in the first round, this is a disaster.
Yes. I don't know. I'm gonna push back on that a little bit.
Why?
Because I think they didn't. I don't think Brooklyn. If Simmons doesn't play,
it's crushing.
They still have him, so that he could still play. He could still play in the future, and I don't know if they want to rush him back from this injury.
Yeah, but at the same time, a team like Brooklyn's only going to make moves to win a championship now. They've got to be in win now mode.
They gave up Karis LeVert and Jared Allen to get Harden. The guy they got back's not playing.
Right.
That's a problem.
If you want it, yeah, okay.
Sell me on the Nets.
Fair point.
What do they got besides Durant? And he's terrifying. Don't get me wrong. I think he's the best player in the league. But I mean, where's option 3? Where's option 4? Where's option 5?
I mean, you have to bank on Patty, Goran, Seth Curry. You have to bank on those guys. Those guys have to be great. Not great, but they have to be at their respect.
I mean,
above average.
Edwards is going to be playing big minutes.
Right, that's a problem.
Blake Griffin.
I don't think the skeleton of Blake Griffin's gonna.
Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. They're in trouble.
But see I'm not high on them. I mean, that goes back to my point with Miami. Like, I think Miami could beat them in a 7-game series just because I don't think.
I don't know what to do with the Nets.
Brooklyn has the requisite wings to match up with a Miami with
their defense is bad,
or Boston with Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. Like, I don't think Brooklyn has that juice. Like, Brooklyn needs to get stops. They just can't get stops. That's my one gripe with them. In these settings, you have to be a top 10 defense. They're not a top 10 defense at all.
I'm not sure they're a top 15 defense.
Huh?
I'm not sure they're a top 15 defense.
They're not. That's my point. Like, I don't think.
So who would you take? Nets.
I would take Celtics.
Don't do that. Just come on. Like,
do you think I'm going to jinx the team? Like,
yeah, kind of. I need people.
The Celtics have been the best team in the East since.
Oh, don't say that. I need them a little bit. I need them a little bit underdog mode. Because if they're going to win,
well then wait to the second round then. I'm sure there's going to be narratives out there. It's Giannis. I don't know. I don't know. That'd be a very good series. I hope that happens. But
we need Robert Williams.
Robert Williams is a big loss. It is a very big loss. He is one.
It's not just a big loss.
He's their best weak side roamer. He's a great vertical space.
He's their only weak side roamer.
Well, I mean, Al Horford can do it.
Oh,
don't do just going to involve in ball screens.
They're not going to
scram out.
Going to save the day.
Trey is a huge Al Horford fan.
Uh,
Loves him.
Al Horford has been like a good player for the Celtics this year.
I mean, if you're quantifying as him being better than Kemba Walker, sure.
I don't think that's you're setting a low bar there.
Yes.
Not a low bar. I was thinking more of Knicks Kemba Walker.
You got a higher vertical jump than he does.
I mean,
you ever watch him rebound?
Huh?
You ever watch him rebound?
Who?
Horford. He looks like somebody smashed a baseball bat into his 2 feet and he can't jump.
Oh man.
Okay, let's do another.
Still a good rebounder.
This is a fun game, isn't it? This is a fun game. I like this game. Sell me on the Memphis Grizzlies. Sell me on the Memphis Grizzlies.
They have Ja Morant. They have a defensive player of the year candidate, Jaren Jackson Jr., who, by the way, did you see ESPN's top 25 under 25 list today?
No,
they had Jack. I think that's what they had Jackson at 25. It's ridiculous. Very low. No, that's way too low. He needs to be in the top 15.
Who was ranked above him that you disagree with?
Oh, let me pull it up.
Jaren Jackson is ranked 25th, which is nuts.
Okay, here's my anti-Grizzlies. First year back in the playoffs, right? As a real team, not the grit and grind team. This is the first Ja Morant Memphis Grizzlies playoff team. Doesn't feel like they got their legs under them. They need some kind of. This is historically, this is one of those teams they lose a little earlier than you think they do. They don't have a ton of playoff experience. They come back the next year. They're really tough. They add a couple guys, and they're more serious. They're year too soon for Memphis, I'm thinking.
I think Memphis is a consolidation trade away from really pushing the button.
They feel too young and a piece away to me. Not saying they can't win a series or even two, but talking me into them a real title contender.
Well, okay, all right. Let's take a step back for a second.
Sure.
Can we look at how good they've done without Ja?
They're winning a lot of games without Ja.
They've won several of them.
Are you making a Ja Morant overrated argument?
No, I'm saying that's more of a testament to how deep they are.
I just wanted a hot take out of them.
No, you're not going to get a Ja Morant's overrated take out of me.
Give me a hot take on the NBA. Give me one.
Oh man. On the spot, huh?
Sure. I got one more team for you too. I didn't give you any notes, right?
Huh?
I didn't give you any notes. No preparing.
No, that's what I mean. I did have like a little sheet of notes that I created, but I was like,
really?
I should just probably like throw.
God, you're smart and prepared, huh?
Well, at the same time, I didn't know what you were going to.
What kind of grades you get? Good grades.
I get good grades. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it.
3.8, 3.85.
Yeah, you're good.
You
go to a real school too.
Thank you.
Like they actually give you like grown work. Like, you know, you're actually putting in real hours.
What's your version of a fake school?
The one I went to.
One
I ended up with.
Yeah, I can't even remember what the name was. It was so small. But just because it's a small school doesn't mean it's not a real school. I mean, there's multiple schools that are small with good education.
Well, I'm not going to get into that. All right, let's do Golden State. Steph Curry's old. He's washed up, maybe not washed up, but he's hurt. Klay Thompson.
He's not at all washed up.
I went a little too far. Klay Thompson, not the same guy. Draymond Green's been actually kind of bad. I mean, what the fuck's going on with Wiseman?
Mm-hmm.
Young guys, Kuminga, is he ready to party right now? I mean, this was a play-in team a year ago, and they're not healthy. How can they be a real contender?
I mean, assuming Steph's healthy, I still think they, like a healthy Steph makes him a contender. As assuming also Draymond is healthy, and even assuming
I think Draymond cares about podcasting more than he does playing anymore.
No, I don't agree with that.
They're like very Jordan Poole reliant. They like need him to be good.
Yeah, but Jordan Poole's awesome. We're not factoring that in. Jordan Poole's been amazing. He's probably
is he
gonna be the most improved player? I mean, Maxey.
Probably Bane.
Someone along those lines. Yeah, I mean, most improved is a pretty.
Can it go to the Desmond Bane?
Could go to him too. I mean, he's a second-year guy, though. I don't know how much they like second-year guys, but then again, I think Maxey is too. So what am I talking about?
Sure.
Trey, did you pick the Warriors only because they're playing Denver in the first round?
I'm picking just random teams to be negative Nancy about. All right, let's do a little MVP conversation. I figure Garrett can chime in on this one a little bit more. I understand that Joel Embiid's having a really good year, and it's actually a goddamn shame that he's not going to win it or shouldn't win it. But you got to give it to Jokic, right? I mean that if he's not on the Nuggets, they're probably like a 12 seed. Seriously,
you're not wrong, especially with all the injuries they've had this year. Injuries have derailed this team this year.
No Murray, no Porter. What's he working with?
Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. That's another.
Aaron Gordon is serviceable.
Yeah, that
Will Barton. I mean, yeah, those are two good players. You don't like Will Barton?
Fucking hate Will Barton.
You know
why?
He's just grossly inconsistent. Oh my god, I can't stand it.
He's gonna turn into Lou Williams.
He shouldn't even be a starter.
What about Facu? I like Facu.
No,
you're bringing up the wrong guy. Bones Highland's
amazing in the second half.
He shouldn't even be playing in the NBA this year. Like that dude is playing so poorly this year. Bones Highland, on the other hand, though,
Bones Highland.
They found a stud in him. Yeah. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I was looking at it earlier. I think Bones maybe over the second half of the season, he's averaging like 14.5 on 40% shooting from deep, something like that.
Yeah, no, he's been playing games this year because half the team's fucking injured.
Right. All right.
Which only goes to show why Jokic is the clear and away MVP, because he's putting up all these numbers, and the Nuggets are a 6th seed in the Western Conference, which is obviously significantly more difficult than the Eastern Conference, and their record is very similar to that of Philadelphia with Joel Embiid, who is the scoring title winner this year, and then Giannis and the Bucks as well. The records are like fairly comparable.
I want to push back on the West thing. I think the Eastern Conference is better.
No.
You don't?
No. Well, I mean, think about it.
I'm thinking
Phoenix, Memphis, and Golden State would all be the 1 seed in the East.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think.
I mean, the East is deeper. It's not better though.
If Brooklyn plays any of those teams in a playoff series, I will take Brooklyn.
I would take Golden State. I would take a healthy Golden State over Brooklyn.
I'd probably take a healthy
I actually don't think these West teams are that good. I think the East is deeper.
The East is deeper for sure. I don't disagree with that at all. But I still think the West, just because of Phoenix, Memphis, and Golden State, I think puts it over the top for me. I mean, Golden State, I think, would actually be tied with Miami if I can remember correctly.
We think Utah's good.
No. Is Utah okay? Is Utah cooked? Like, are they going to lose to Dallas?
Does it matter?
If Luka's not playing, which it looks like he might not be, I think they have a chance. But if Luka was 100% healthy, Utah loses in 5.
I'm not a Gobert guy. I don't think you can win with them.
See, that's where I stray from the, I think, consensus. Now, I don't want to say I'm a Gobert guy. I just think Gobert.
Well, he's long back to the previous point.
He's tasked with too much defensively for. He catches a lot of strays for him having to cover the entire floor.
But he can't do it.
I don't think anyone could.
Robert Williams can.
Fair.
Your guy Bam's a little bit of a robot. He can do some things defensively.
Oh, Bam is most versatile defender in the league, probably.
Yeah,
he and Draymond.
I don't think,
but like if you're in, I guess the role,
I'm paying.
Or I guess if you're in the circumstance that Gobert is, I mean, like with having just shitty perimeter defenders, and you're having to protect the rim at all times of the day or all times of the game. Like I think we're asking too much of Rudy in that instance. And that's obviously what we saw last year. I mean, he was having to hover around the paint when the Clippers were going 5 out, and Terrence Mann just caught fire in Game 6.
Didn't work very well for the Jazz that series.
Right, but like that's when I'm like in that sort of circumstance, I think it's a lot more difficult for Gobert. But I still think I'm not going to say Gobert is a bad defender because of that. I just don't think that's the case. I mean, I guess what I'm saying is I'm a little bit more. I'm higher on Gobert than the general consensus nowadays. I think Bam's a better defender than he is. I think Robert Williams could potentially be a better defender than him. I think Draymond's a better defender than him, but like I'm not going to sit here and say that like Rudy's a shitty defender just because of the circumstances.
I'm not saying he's a bad defender.
No, I'm not saying you're saying. I'm just saying that I think the consensus kind of is trending towards that, like, oh, he's maybe not that good, and I just don't agree with that.
Can we do one more? Tell me on the Phoenix Suns. Chris Paul, is he healthy? Are we sure he's healthy? Are we positive he's healthy? They were very good during the regular season, but I mean, Milwaukee kind of handled them last year in the postseason.
Is that it?
Is Phoenix too hot? They've won too many games. They're too hot.
No, this team is unbelievable on both ends of the floor. Here, I'm pulling up their clutch. Do you want to know their?
They got some crazy clutch stats, don't they?
I think this is unprecedented. I'm looking at it right now.
I know.
They have a 33.4 net rating in the clutch. Then second best team is Milwaukee with a 15.9. That's more than double the next best team. Like Paul and Booker can get a bucket at any time. They have an excellent bench with Cam Johnson, Cameron Payne, and JaVale. JaVale, by the way, who's been very impactful this year. I think that's gone a little bit under the radar. It wasn't when Ayton was hurt in the middle of the season, but
Ayton, they don't miss Kaminsky.
Not at all.
No.
Or Sarge.
No.
I think they could. I think Sarge could be a good, like, they could use him in a certain game where both of them get.
You should try to grow the Sarge, the little Fu Manchu. No.
But no, Phoenix is out there an excellent two-way team. I think Mikal Bridges is one of the best defenders in the league as well. We should have talked about him. It's a crime that I didn't. But Phoenix is just a machine, man. Like,
give me the worst matchup for Phoenix.
The worst matchup for Phoenix.
Either conference. Because they do feel like the favorites to be the pick out of the West. So either
would you pick Phoenix or the Field to make the finals in the West?
Phoenix.
What about you, Garrett?
I'd probably lean Phoenix as well, but if Curry can get back and he can get healthy, that's a dangerous team too.
Sure. Give me the team. Worst matchup.
I'd probably say off the top of my head, Golden State doesn't seem like a fun matchup for him. In the East, Boston isn't a good matchup for him.
Ooh, I like to hear that.
But that's also I'm also assuming that Robert Williams is healthy in time.
He should be. Should be back for the second round. Is the word on the street right now.
Like assuming Williams is back, I don't think they're good matchup. I still think Phoenix would beat them though.
Okay. Give me your NBA Finals pick.
Suns.
Over.
Milwaukee.
Rematch. Garrett, what do you got?
I guess in my head, I can't see a scenario where if they rematch that Phoenix has the upper hand this round. But that's just me. Like if you tell me a month, 6 weeks, 8 weeks from now, like, hey, Phoenix picked up the win, I wouldn't be surprised, but I can't make that pick myself. I don't. To me, Brooklyn is an intriguing pick to at least make the finals out of the East. But if I had to pick a winner today, it probably is also Phoenix. But I think I would pick Phoenix over Brooklyn.
That's your finals pick?
Yeah.
Does Phoenix does Brooklyn make it out of the first round?
I hope they lose tonight. I think
that's a more intriguing question. If they lose tonight, I'm gonna have a heart attack on Friday.
I hope they do.
Okay, all right. What are you guys' playing picks for today and tomorrow? I'm interested to hear these because I actually
playing
these more than playing games. Tonight's Brooklyn, Cleveland, and then Minnesota Clips, and then tomorrow it's Spurs Pelicans.
I'm going to say that the Cavs win just out of being a naive idiot.
Okay.
I'm going to go Clippers too.
Okay. And then tomorrow is the other two. Hawks.
God, I'm not even going to watch those games. You going to watch those games?
Yeah.
How big of an NBA fan do you got to be to watch Hornets Hawks?
Hornets Hawks, dude. That game's going to be in like the 140s. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
if you love offense and hate defense, it's going to be a joy to watch.
If you're a betting man, whatever the line is, take the over.
Right.
You like watching Trae Young?
Sometimes.
I don't.
I do get the gripes about him like dribbling the hell out of the ball, and I don't think I could see why people don't like that.
I mean, they're not good.
See why people don't like that, but like I really do like watching Trae when he's able to cook out of the double drag and pick and roll and make all those quick reads and stuff like that.
You make anything?
Huh?
You know how to cook?
No. Spaghetti. That's about it.
I don't believe that.
I make a mean spaghetti.
No, you're way
which is a very, very, very accomplishable thing.
No, you're way too pale to be trusted with any pasta.
Yikes.
Oof.
That's tough.
I'll have to prove you wrong.
Okay.
I don't know how though.
Give me a hot take on the NBA. I want one, and then we can wrap up.
Don't be surprised if the Miami Heat make the NBA Finals.
That's such a homer pick, and you know it. You don't even believe that yourself.
I believe it.
That's like
I don't think it's going to happen, but I believe it.
Well, you're supposed to believe your own hot takes. Isn't that how it works?
Give us a hot take then.
About the NBA?
Yeah. I have one too, but you're going to say it's a homer pick, so I want to hear yours.
Yeah, go ahead, Garrett. I'll get mine ready.
Not only do I think that Jokic is the clear and away MVP, right now as it stands, I think he's the best player in the NBA.
I don't think he's better than Durant when Durant is like on fire. But
see, I don't hate that take. I don't hate that take.
There's not a single player in the NBA right now taking over Nikola Jokic. That's a good hot take.
Although I do think the MVP is closer than we think.
It will end up being closer, yes, but I just think that metrics, stats, team record, compounding all the injuries with the team and stuff like that, nobody else should get consideration, but it will be closer than what I think it should be.
I got a hot take. I think it's just let's move on from Popovich. Get him out the door. It's time.
Is that like? I'm trying to figure out.
They don't got a real future. I mean,
okay? But wait. All right. Is that a hot take? Because is that even like a take? Like, is there a take out there that people are just like banging the table for Popovich to return, or Popovich to like not retire? Like, what?
We could start.
What's you have the floor.
I just think he's a little old. He doesn't get it. He's like, oh, we can't be shooting threes. I mean, he ran that stupid offense with DeRozan and Aldridge. Like, oh, let's just have like 4 guys in the paint with no spacing. This should work. It did not. DeRozan's been better since he left. What are they doing? They're wasting he's like Belichick at this point. They should probably fire Belichick too. He's lost it. He's old man yelling at clouds. Belichick's going to call offensive plays this year. That ain't going to go well.
Is he really?
Yeah. He's nuts. That. He's lost it.
Oh,
too old. Doesn't get it.
Is it? Do you think it'll be better or worse than Josh McDaniels?
Probably worse. I mean, it was either going to be him or he was going to hire Adam Gase. He said he was going to hire Adam Gase to do it if he didn't do it.
Nobody should hire Adam Gase.
Right. Yeah.
He gave up a 3rd-round pick for Devontae Parker. He's not even good.
Worked out well for Jackson Law, though.
Sure it did. Sure it did. I don't know how.
I have a take. Okay. This is man. How hot is this though? All right. Well, I mean, this is a hot take, but I'm trying to figure out in my brain if it's actually like realistic enough for me to believe it.
Okay.
Because I'm not even sure if I believe it. Don't be surprised if the Los Angeles Clippers are a 2nd-round team if they win.
I like that take. I can believe that.
I don't. If they beat, it's just contingent on Memphis. I'm high on Memphis. So I don't even know if I believe it. I don't even think I believe it.
I think Memphis is the year.
I'm trying to figure out a take that's like reasonably hot, and that's like if it's not like Raptors related or if it's not Dallas beating Utah related, then that's where I guess my brain's going. But again, they probably have to win tonight for that take to be at least at all realistic. I don't think they're beating Phoenix. So
I think they can beat the Grizzlies.
I think they can too, but Grizzlies are a dang good team, man. They're, again, 10, 11, 12, 13 deep. I mean, obviously those rotations are going to be trimmed out.
Are you counting Steven Adams in that 13-man deep? Because he is.
Yes. Why would I not?
It makes me want to throw up a little bit. He's a little goofy.
I'm trying to think of another one.
I do got one more question, but you can gladly.
Okay. All right. Shoot.
How annoyed are you going to be with me because you're a Yankee fan?
I'll probably be pretty fucking annoyed.
I'm ready for that.
What'd you think of this last weekend? Give me your temperature.
April baseball. It's fine.
So you don't have like a take coming out of the series?
I think the Yankees are a 4th place team.
See, I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine about this, and I told him, I was like, I don't know.
It's toxic.
I had a conversation with him, and I was like,
he probably got
might be the 4th best team in the AL.
He didn't even hear it.
He doesn't.
What?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
I tried to say you have friends. Like,
yeah, no, I know it's a pretty. I have a yeah.
You probably.
I know. I get it. It's not.
Do you think we're gonna be friends?
Hopefully.
I hope so too. Connor Falefa, that guy's just not a Yankee. Like, I don't know what they're thinking there.
Had some nerves at short this weekend. Had some nerves trying.
He's not gonna hit well.
I don't think he's there to hit.
Well, he's got to hit a little bit. Can't hit 220.
I mean, I think he hit 270 last year. He had led the Rangers in hits.
He's got to have some more pop in that stadium, though. Too hitter friendly to not have some homers.
I mean, yeah, but again, I don't think he's there to hit. I just they want someone at shortstop who's not.
They're already waving the white flag at catcher. We know their catcher's not going to hit.
Right.
Well, we know
Hicks. Again, I think they're prioritizing framing with Higashioka and Trevino than they are.
I love a good catcher that can frame.
Yeah.
That stuff gets me horny, watching catchers that can frame. I love that shit.
But that's what they're prioritizing instead of having
your center fielder's not going to hit. Your shortstop's not going to hit. Hey, you got three guys.
Yeah, Hicks isn't.
I think he'll go.
I was high on Hicks 2 or 3 years ago. I'm not that high on him now.
That's a bad contract.
It's only for 11 per.
He should be making 2.
11 per for a baseball team isn't. That's not going to worry me. They can. Yeah, but
the Yankees are cheap now. We have to face the new realities that the Yankees are cheap.
I don't think they're cheap. I think they're trying to be fiscally responsible.
That's what the small market teams like to say too, though.
I mean, $250 ain't cheap. It's how they allocate those $250 at $250.
Steve Cohen making them look like bums. Steve Cohen makes them look like homeless people.
Right. I wish the Yankees were more like Steve Cohen right now. But I don't think labeling them cheap is the right word. But then again, I don't like what they did over the offseason with how they managed the whole Correa situation and how they tried to.
I think
how they added 25 per with Donaldson.
Donaldson's going to actually probably play well.
Donaldson probably will play well, but I still think they should have gotten. I still think they couldn't have punted the offseason just for Volpe or Peraza, who are in the farm right now. That's kind of essentially what they did because Falefa is a stopgap. It's not
small market.
I don't think they're gonna
like the Yankees,
huh?
Small market teams like the Yankees. We got to be conservative, you know. We gotta hoard our prospects.
Yeah, see, I'm not there with that. But
this is
I still think
your
Volpe
new
could be
norm
really good
until October. I hope you understand that.
No, I know.
You're going to hear small market Yankees probably twice a week for the next 20 weeks or so plus.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, my dad likes the Red Sox, so it's not
really.
Yeah, he's not a big.
Maybe I should call him. They're like, "What's wrong with your son, man? Let's get him on board." You know?
Yeah, he jokes around with me about like, I can't believe you are like a Yankees fan. I'm going to game with him in August.
In New York?
No, in Oakland. It's not going to be. It's Oakland. But yeah.
Okay. Hanifan, you want to add anything else?
Go Heat.
That's such a fanboy answer. We got to get that out of you.
Listen, man, I'm ready for Easter Sunday when their first game is, whoever they play. I mean, I think this team can compete with any team in the East. I don't know how far they'll make it, but I think their ceiling is a finals berth. Again, they have an easier draw than what I think some might think with the 8 seed, and then of course Philly or Toronto as opposed to Milwaukee or Boston. But I think this team has the potential to at least have a chance to make a finals, assuming everything goes right for them. A lot of shit has to go right for them to even make an Eastern Conference Finals berth, as opposed to just a finals berth in general. But I'm looking forward to see what this team can do, especially after last year's playoff run, which was one of the more miserable playoff performances that I've seen from any of my teams in my lifetime. And that's me being a Vikings fan, watching the Vikings shit the bed every other year.
Well,
or every year.
I'm very superstitious, so maybe during Easter Sunday you paint some eggs, some Heat eggs.
Maybe no, I mean I'm superstitious, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't.
Okay. All right, Hanifan, this was fun. Make sure to follow him, miles per hour, something on Twitter.
At MPH_824_.
Yeah, we'll have Sophie Monster put that.
I apologize in advance if you follow me on Twitter. I live tweet a lot of games.
You tweet a lot. Actually, let's. I don't know if I love your tweets yet.
I don't think you should. I wouldn't like my tweets if I were following
me. You have a lot of tweets that are like question mark. Or
well, that's if something dumb happens, and I'm just like, wait, what is this? Which is most of Twitter. So
true. I like some of your tweets.
I don't think. Listen, man, I look back on my tweets like even like a week out, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, what do you think? I mean, it's not like anything bad. It's just cringy. It's like, this is a bad take.
Same question to all my writers all the time. What do you think?
Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't, if I were looking at, I wouldn't block myself if I were following me. I would probably like mute myself because it's like, dude, you're just annoying the hell out of me.
See, that's the secret of Trey. I don't follow many people, but like half of them are muted. Like I mute some of my own people.
Listen, I would mute me right now. As soon as you get off, I'd probably mute me right now just because I just don't have a good account.
You're actually a little funny.
I'm not.
That was funny. Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. You're actually going to fit in here. I like it.
The diamond.
I hope I do.
Diamond.
If you like Yankees and mostly Heat, but some Yankees and some Vikings tweets as opposed to other just almost brain dead sports tweets, then follow me on Twitter. That's my marketing.
Garrett,
that's my sales pitch.
Garrett, any final words?
No, I got nothing. Not after that. I got nothing.
The notorious Garrett. Make sure to follow him. It's something notorious. Selfie monster put on the screen. Myself, Trey Daubert. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, we'll see you soon.